again with an interesting piece. The Seiko spb183j1, also known as the Captain Willard. This is an automatic 200-meter dive watch, which has, let's say, a certain heritage coming back from the 6105, which was more or less a successor model of the model which was launched after the 62 mass, and became quite prominent. Anyway, today it's become prominent. Not sure whether it was that prominent back then, due to the Captain Willard wearing it in the Apocalypse Now movie 1979. Probably there was not that much hype back then, but in the meanwhile people have remembered the movie and Martin Sheen wearing this watch during that movie. I guess it was also quite a popular watch at the military outlets or stores, due to a very robust kind of build, and a lot of them were sold back in the day, the original one back in the Vietnam War era. So this is basically a reissue. Seiko's doing this, basically coming off their heritage, taking old models and revamping them, launching them again. So this is really quite popular. This comes in this blue color. This one is like a navy blue, dark blue, navy blue kind of color, which is of course one of the most popular colors. It also comes in green. There's a black version, and this is the blue version with the blue bezel, and the blue face, of course. And then we have a golden seconds hand with that little traffic light red pip on the tip, which Seiko's brought out now several models. So that is quite an interesting little, let's say, design feature. It catches your eye. So maybe there are people who don't like it. I think it's pretty cool. The hands, to zoom in right there now. So I mean, what we can definitely see on the hands, they have stepped up the quality of the hands. As you can see, it's polished on one side, brushed on the other. So this obviously is an improvement compared to past hands, which were basically flat and a bit less well finished. This has a 6R35 movement in it with a 70-hour power reserve. That's 24 joules, so it only has this date complication. It's one of the latest Seiko in-house movements, and reliable and let's say quite accurate. The size of the watch, it would be 42.3 millimeters, if I'm not mistaken. The width, we have 13.2 millimeter thickness and 46.5 or 6 lug to lug. We have drilled lug holes there for easy exchange of this stainless steel bracelet, or it comes in a set with a rubber strap, a blue rubber strap, so that can be replaced quickly using these the drilled lugs or lug holes. The famous part of this watch is also, of course, this cushion case, which reminds us of the turtle, but this is a bit more distinctive in terms of this, these crown guards, which almost go around the entire crown, which is a screwed down crown, and it really covers it, and there's no protruding parts. It's flush with the crown, so that gives it a really nice look, although it ends up being asymmetrical on that side. There is some kind of relation to the turtles, as we know and love them today. There is similarity in the case. So this is maybe talking about turtles. This would be maybe some kind of a mutant turtle with that kind of asymmetrical case or shell. As we know it also from the turtles, we have a beautiful finishing. We have a satin brushed finishing on top of the case. We have some polishing there on the bottom part. We have a lot of roundness of the case, no sharp edges. That makes it very satisfying to wear, very comfortable. This watch, in comparing it to the turtles, is just a little bit more sleek. It hugs the wrist more. It's not as top heavy. It's like a finer version of the turtles, I would say. If you wear it, it has a similarity, but it's just a finer version, a more refined one. The other side here also we have a beautifully polished underside of the case. And actually this watch is limited to 5,500 pieces. This one is they call it 55th anniversary of the dive watch. So there are many anniversaries. This one is I think 55th anniversary of launching of the dive watches. It has a screw down case back. Screw down case back with the normal our Tsunami Wave, the Seiko Tsunami Wave, 200 meters water resistant sapphire crystal, and it actually has a numbered, I can't really see it in this light, I think, but yeah, we have some numbering of the serial. So it's not, sometimes it's just the actual watch number is somehow reflected in the serial number. In this case, we have some real individual number. So that's an improvement, even though the 5,500, of course, is very high for a limited edition. What else to say? The strap, the bracelet, stainless steel bracelet. Of course, it has a dia shield coating, as have most of the, say, intermediate kind of entry level going into the higher price class Seiko watches. They all have this dia shield. Many of them have the dia shield coating, which gives it a 2 to 3 times higher surface resistance to any scratches. So we have this bracelet here, which also has dia shield coating. It's a 3-fold clasp, double pusher, and a nice milled clasp in there. We have a dive extension here, which is more for, I guess, ISO requirements. Nobody uses that. It's not really practical. We have some micro adjusts here, that's okay to just do some minor sizing. The links are connected collars and pins, which is quite a messy way. If you need to change the size, that is quite messy. But they are once it's sized, they are more sturdy or reliant than screws. Good bracelet. This is same as this Mars 62 Mars kind of bracelet. It tapers down, they are quite nice. Okay, I think that's more or less. These are the details. Maybe one gripe at the end. I'm not sure whether it's visible in this light, but there is some issue with this watch regarding the AR coating on the inside of the sapphire crystal, which, by the way, if you look at it on the outer ring, there's like a faceted sapphire crystal that is very beautiful. That's very nice. It gives it a really some kind of added special touch. Breaks the light in a nice way, gives some distortions. But there seems to be some kind of problem with the AR coating. I've seen this before in some posts, people also seeing this. I only saw it really in the sunlight. I didn't realize this. So it's not visible at all times, but it's like some kind of a watermark or something on the inside, just as if a water drop had dried and left a little bit of outer ring of residue. So yeah, it's obviously not on the outside. It's somehow on the inside. It's quite annoying. Even though this one lines up beautifully, does it line up beautifully? Maybe exaggerating. 120 click unidirectional bezel, feels good. This kind of gasket drag and a subdued kind of clicking. That's what I like. Yeah, and it lines up. So, and this is the J1 model, Japanese. It's a Japanese domestic market, but anyway, it's usually considered the better versions, and because they are made in Japan and completely quality control also done in Japan. But in this case, not happy with this, let's say, slight imperfection on the inside. Okay, that's about it. If you have any questions, feel free to write it in the comments now. I'll give you more input. Okay, guys, thanks. Peace out.